Joe Jonas and Sophie Turner are getting a divorce. It seems as if the last month has just been divorce season for celebrity couples. Shout out to cousin sister Alyssa. She sent me this information about a month ago. Just been really super busy, really forgot about this story. And she reminded me last night that I need to talk about this story. Okay. So, of course, I have a girl who loves the Jonas Brothers. She has Jonas Brothers everything. We've gone to Jonas Brothers concert. I should have gotten her pictures of going to the Jonas Brothers concert. Anyways, Sophie Turner, love her as Sansa, Queen of the North in Games of Thorn. Of course, I didn't watch it when it was on, but I watched it after. Then I had to stop watching it because King Joffrey was getting on my last nerve. And I was like, I don't want to throw the remote at the TV, as my husband had just bought us all new TVs. And oh my God, when Rob, King of the North, and the mama and everybody got killed, I was like, I can't. This is just too much for my spirit. I absolutely cannot. I can't. So I had to take a break because I was like, this is too much for me. And then when I saw this in passing, I was like, okay, yeah, another Jonas Brothers. Don't feel sorry for you because, like many Christian men, you talk the talk, but you don't walk the walk. Y'all all had pewter rings. We all love Jesus. We all Christian men. Yet when it was time for y'all to get married, y'all didn't go on down to the church and got your nice, clean Christian girls, right? Y'all all choose to marry women who were not of the cloth, okay? Heathen woman. Somebody define that for me. So I don't feel sorry for him. And then when I was looking at this picture, I was like, oh, this looks like Sansa. But I was like, no, this can't be Sansa because Sansa shouldn't look this old. But that is her. So I basically had to do a lot of research. I've been up since 5 o'clock because, of course, I have been following the Jonas Brothers. Lexi doesn't follow them anymore because, of course, they've all broken up and they've all gone living their separate lives. And this couple shouldn't have gotten married. Joe and Sophie should not have gotten married. She was 19, he was 27 when they got together. What I tell y'all about young girls and young boys getting married. First of all, 19 years old, running around with Jonas brother, you can't drink. Well, you're not supposed to, right? You're not supposed to be drinking and carrying on. Then they got married young. She was 22, 23 when they got married. No. And so now the feminists are all coming out and like, she just wants to have fun and she just want to live her life. She should have thought, I'm judgmental. She should have thought about that before you got married, took a lifetime commitment, and had innocent children that y'all are dragging all over the place. And so now the rumors are out that she loves to party and he's a homebody. I don't feel sorry for you, Joe. Huh? Don't you think that's something y'all should have thought about before you married her? Then I'm here and I'm reading them that when he met her, it was obvious that she was starstruck and she loved him more than he loved her. And what did my daddy say? Girls, make sure he loves you more than you love him. Not that you don't love him, but make sure he loves you at 99 and you love him at 91%. And so allegedly, she said in an interview that he said to her when they first met, I cannot be with you until you love yourself. So that means, of course, at 19 years old, 19, 20 girls are trying to figure their lives out. Games of Thrones is over. What do I do? What am I going to do now? Right, that she didn't love herself, and he told her, I can't be with you until you love yourself, and you need to love yourself more. So 27-year-old Joe, why did you marry get with a 19-year-old who didn't love herself? Granted, at 19 years old, right, there's this big shift because, okay, I know every day I'm going to wake up and I'm going to film the Games of Thrones. And so now that's over. What am I going to do? I don't feel sorry for none of them. And allegedly, I don't know if this is true because I don't pay attention to them anymore because I'm sick and tired of the Christian men talking Christ and trying to get the Christian community around them. But when they're evolving, but as soon as they evolve, y'all gonna marry everything but a Christian woman. Ah, she's a party animal. You're a homebody. Since when? Why you didn't think about that and go on down to the church and get you a nice Christian girl who could travel with you? So now they're saying issues started when she had the second baby, probably postpartum, right? But you want her to travel all over with you when after you have a baby, y'all need to be home, resting, figuring out does she have postpartum? Because that's serious. But he wanted to drag her all over the place. So now I'm confused and I need y'all to help me. We're going to talk about the timeline, okay? Because I'm all caught up, but I need to catch you guys up to where I am. What I don't understand is Sophie filed a lawsuit that he abducted the kids. That's a strong word, y'all. Because when I hear abducted, I think about all those children that have been abducted that we can't find. I think about the little girl that was at the park that got abducted. We still can't find her. 3-4 years later, we don't know, right? All of these kids that were abducted. When I hear the word abducted, that's why I'm wearing my judgmental shirt. I hear you broke in the house and abduct the children. Is that what y'all hear? When I hear abducted, I hear, what's the thing we have here in the United States? An Amber Alert. Sound an Amber Alert because the kids have been abducted. Is that what y'all hear when you hear the word abducted? When I hear abducted, I hear, okay, he's in the United States touring. They agreed that he's going to keep the kids in the United States. She's in the UK filming. She is from the UK. When I hear abducted, I hear the kids were in the UK. He went to visit. He took the kids to McDonald's, but instead he threw the kids on a plane and abducted the kids and came back to the United States. Is that what y'all hear when you hear the word abducted? Tell me in the comments if that's what y'all hear. But no, he's in the United States touring. She's in the UK filming. They agreed he would keep the kids here. But now she's saying he's refusing to leave, return the kids to their forever home. Return. When I hear return, meaning they were already there and they came to visit you and you did not return the kids. Is that what y'all is here? I just want to make sure we're on the same page. That's what y'all hear, right? Oh, he's abducted the kids. He's refused to return them to their forever home with their passports. So they sold their home in Miami and they agreed that they're going to live in the UK, right? Because that's where she's from. This is why y'all stop marrying these people from different nations who want to go back to their home country. Go on down to the church down south, get you one of them nice girls, teacher, Sunday school teacher, marry her. She gonna be right here. She gonna travel with you. He gonna file in Florida, and the Florida law is saying once he filed, there's no changes. So now they agreed it's gonna fly. The kids are gonna be in New York, and apparently Taylor Swift, the ex-girlfriend of Joe Jonas, is hanging out with Sophie and put them up in one of her apartments. So I just want to, I'm being judgmental, right? What does judgmental mean? Based on the information you have, you make a decision. It's raining outside. We're not going out today, but it's raining outside today in the Northeast. So based on the information I have that it is raining, when I go outside, I'm supposed to dress appropriately. Meaning I am going to put rain boots on. I'm going to put on my rain jacket and I'm going to use an umbrella. Why? Based on the information I have, I need to make a judgment. That's basically what judgment means. Don't be afraid of being judged. Because people like to say you're being judgmental, but they don't know what it means. It basically means based on the information you have, You make a judgment, right? When those men carried that woman to Jesus, who was caught in adultery, huh? She was caught in adultery by herself. Where is the man that was caught in adultery with her? That's what Jesus was talking about. She wasn't committing adultery by herself. Where is the man that was caught in adultery with her? According to the law, you need to make a judgment based on the law, but you're not making a judgment based on the law because you only carried the woman who was caught in adultery. Sunday school is in session this morning. So I have this very long article that I'm going to read, and I'm going to catch you up to where we are, and we're going to be following this story because I have concerns about these words of abduction and return the kids to their home. Apparently, they signed a contract, a $80 million home or some $1 million home. They put down 10%. They agreed. He wrote a letter telling the people how he loved the home, and she has now released this letter to use the letter against her. See, we had agreed, but it's a contract, right? He could change his mind. And apparently, he heard her saying something on the doorbell that has made him realize that the marriage is over. This marriage should have never been. At 27, 28-year-old, a man is usually starting to get ready to settle down. At 19 years old, she's not ready. She needs to live her life. This is why I tell my young ladies, don't try to be getting married at 19, and don't stop living your life at 19 and 20 for one man. Live your life, go to school, travel the world, date. Dating is for data, other men. But don't shut your life down, because guess what? You're going to get to 25 and you're going to realize that I never lived. And so now she's out partying and he's using this against her because you're supposed to be home with your kids. But really, a 24, 25-year-old should be out having a good time, living your life so that when you get married and have your children, you don't feel like you're missing something and you didn't live your life. And this is why I'm against younger people getting married. All right. So we're going to get into this article by let's see, Glamour magazine, right? This is the timeline. We're going to read the timeline so we could catch up. It's Saturday morning. It's raining here. Be sure to subscribe, thumbs up, share this out if you can. I love you. Please be sure to help me get to my 30,000 cousins. Okay, I'm at 29,600. My birthday is on Wednesday, and I hope to get to this by Tuesday. I am home on vacation, so I'll be able to do a few more lives than I usually do. I was live last night. Be sure to check out that review of Chronicles Speak video that we did of Ernastia still trying to get blamed, child, please. All right. All right, I love you. Be sure to subscribe. Thank you. And again, thank you for those of you who have helped me to get to over 200 reviews with my #1 best-selling book, 23 Tasks of Guys You Might Meet. My next book I'm working on to get to 200 is The Naked Wife. I think I'm at 160 something. So if you have picked up The Naked Wife, have not reviewed it on Amazon, be sure to do so. And of course, my new book, Dating is for Data, is coming very soon. I am committing myself to get up every morning and finally send this book to the formatter. I am really anal with my books. Okay, I'm really anal. I mean, it's really bad, and my editors are getting on me. You know, my editors, my editor, and you know the formatter. Because if I don't send them work, they don't get paid. Okay. So I just really need to write the book and release it, but I've just always been this way. This book has been done all year. It's done. I just need to send it to the formatter, but I'm going to get that done. All right. So by Glamour magazine, we're going to read the timeline of Shout out to Glamour Magazine, Sophie Turner and Joe Jonas, a complete divorce timeline. Again, she doesn't look here. I didn't know it was her. I really didn't. I say looked like her, but you know, everybody don't have melanin, okay? But I absolutely love her. She did a great job on Games of Thrones, and maybe I'll finish watching it this week while I'm home. And I love Jon Snow. What's the other girl that played in the movie? Oh my God. When she said, "You know nothing, Jon Snow." Let me find her. Oh my God, that was such an excellent line. Okay, here's the line. I found it. I found it, y'all. Oh my God. Isn't this like the most beautiful line? Okay, listen. Shh, listen. Shh. Okay, here go.
You're a pretty lad. Girls would claw each other's eyes out to get naked with you.
Walk.
I could teach you how to do it.
I know how to do it.
You know nothing, Jon Snow.
Beautiful line. That was a beautiful line. Oh my God, you know nothing, Jon Snow. All right. So here's a timeline based on Glamour Magazine. And again, this is just to catch us all up because we're late, okay? We are a month behind. So the next week, I'm really going to have to catch up. We're going to have to follow this case, okay? They shouldn't have gotten married. You know, I'm all for marriage and people getting married and couples getting married and stuff like that. And but you know, okay, so here it is. So according to recent reports, Joe Jonas and Sophie Turner are headed toward divorce after 4 years of marriage. On September 3rd, TMZ report that the 34-year-old pop star, he 34, had consulted divorce lawyers after 6 months of serious problems. The couple got married twice in 2019 and since welcomed 2 daughters, though the famous parents do their best to keep their children out of the public eye. Okay, so he's 34 and she's still in her 20s, right? She's in her mid-20s. On September 5th, however, Jonas filed for divorce, officially setting the split in motion. Here's a complete timeline of Joe Jonas and Sophie divorce. Excuse me, I'm sorry. October 2016, Joe Jonas and Sophie Turner met for the first time after the pop star sliced into her DMs. Moving along. 119 surprised the pair elope in Las Vegas after the Billboard Music Award. So they got married after the Billboard Music Award. And you know, in Las Vegas, and everybody was like, yes, this is goals, okay? And all the short men are happy because a short guy finally got a tall girl. Moving along. June 2019, the pair have a more traditional wedding in Paris. Absolutely beautiful, gorgeous, beautiful. Is that real snow? Oh my God, it's pretty. July 2022, they welcomed their first child, Willow. The pair welcomed their second. July 2020, they had their first daughter. 2022, their second baby. And let me say this: marriage counselors advise that you don't, when you get married, it's not good to have the baby quick, right? Unless there's medical issues and you really just need to pop one out. So, you know, 90s, so they got married young, having the babies. Okay. Let me take that out. Okay. August 14, 2023, Turner shares a sweet photo with Jonas on Instagram with the caption, long New York nights. September 2nd, 2023, according to the TikTok account Culture Work, a celebrity blind item says that Jonas is potted without his wedding ring just 1 day before divorce reports break. However, Jonas can be seen wearing his ring in a photo with his brothers, which is posted to Instagram the same day. Happy Labor Day weekend, everyone. The kid. he captions the picture. The tour has been incredible so far. Having a little family time in the Texas sunset tonight before a big Austin show tomorrow. Okay. So why you didn't get a nice Southern girl from Texas? Joe? Why you didn't go on down to the to Kenneth Copeland Ministries or one of them other preachers down there and get you a nice girl from off the farm? Rumor has it the other brother that married the other girl, she didn't want to mess up her body. I don't know. I didn't read it. I didn't read it because I don't care, because I'm so sick and tired of the Christian men marrying non-Christian women. And then you want to cry about it later. You should have gone down to the church and got you a nice girl who wouldn't mind carrying your baby. I don't know if this is true, because sometimes people have problems. I don't know. I'm just telling you what I saw, but I didn't read it. I kind of skipped over it. Okay. So he said we're having a nice time in Texas before they go have a show. September 3, 2023, after 4 years of marriage, TMZ reports that Jonas has had his team consult with 2 LA-based divorce lawyers with the intention of filing for divorce from the 27-year-old Game of Thrones star after 6 months of serious problems. So they got married at 23. Shouldn't have gotten married. According to a source, Jonas, who is currently on tour with the Jonas Brothers, has been taking care of the kids pretty much all of the time over the past 3 months as Turner films a project in the UK. Hours later, a source tells people that Jonas has indeed retained a divorce lawyer. Turner declined people's request for comment, and Jonas' team has not yet responded. So a lot of people in my research have a problem with taking care of the kids pretty much all of the time over the past 3 months. So they're saying he's their dad. So what's wrong with him taking care of the kids? And this is where I have a problem with he abducted the kids and he need to return the kids to their forever home. I got a problem with that. But if you didn't want to be taking care of your kids, being the primary caretaker for your kids for the last 3 months, again, you should have went down to the church and married a nice girl from Texas who's going to travel around with you and be with you and take care of the kids and stuff like that. A nice teacher, a nice Sunday school teacher, a nice social worker that can have summers off, teachers have summers off and travel around with you. She's over there in the UK filming her show. I don't know why 2 superstars think their marriage is going to work and you're going to have kids and it's going to work. No. Somebody needs to abase themselves. Somebody needs to be home with the kids. Somebody needs to be home on the home front. Somebody needs to be taking care of the kids. Somebody's going to have to be the star and somebody going to have to be the support. That's the best way it works. 2 superstars is not going to work. That's one of the things I love about my husband. He said, when I was looking for a wife, I wasn't looking for one of the Kardashian sisters. I wanted a woman of God. I wanted somebody that's going to be home with my children. I want somebody that's going to take care of my home. I don't want people running in and out of my home, and I don't want my kids being left with nannies and babysitters. I need a wife that's going to be home with my kids. And these men marrying these superstar women, hello, Devon Franklin, who married a woman who don't want to have kids and mess up her body. This one, marry a woman who's a superstar. You shouldn't have married her. And now you want to come and talk about you, the primary caretaker for the lifestyle. Well, who's supposed to be taking care of the kids? Because she's busy being a superstar in the UK. So if you wanted somebody who was going to travel with you, be there taking care of the kids, you should have gotten a nice church girl from off the farm. That night, Jonas is also spotted wearing his ring. Okay, he's wearing. September 5th, Jonas officially files for divorce. Today confirmed, stating in the documents that the marriage is irretrievably broken. Per the filing obtained by Today, he is asking for joint custody of the couple's 2 children who have been primarily residing with him. Okay, so yes, this is important for legal filing. The kids have dual citizenship, and he's been taking care of the kids for 3 months because she's in the UK filming. Again, Nice church girl who just wants to be a wife and a mom and be your support. That's what you should have married. Okay? September 6th, Jonas and Turner release a joint statement. So here's my problem. They release a joint statement which they share simultaneously from their respective Instagram accounts. The short statement is credited simply from the two of us and says that the relationship has ended mutually and amicably. They also acknowledge the speculative narratives regarding the reason for the divorce, but state that the decision to split was a united one. Right? The decision to split was a united one. She's in the UK. He's in the United States. So I'm trying to figure out, where did abduction and return the kids to their forever home come from? You see what I mean? That's why I'm judgmental. See there? Okay, come on. It says, okay, we read that already. We'll need to read it again. September 7, Page 6 publishes photos of Jonas eating breakfast with his daughters at an outward restaurant in LA, which is particularly interesting considering how hard Turner has worked to keep paparazzi from taking pictures of her kids. We will not be linking out to the pictures. According to a new report from TMZ, multiple sources says Jonas has been less than supportive of Turner, who was allegedly struggling after the birth of their second child. TMZ reports, our sources say after their youngest child was born a year ago, July, Sophie didn't want to leave their home. She didn't want to be photographed or go to events. Sophie, why didn't you marry a man off of a form in the UK who was okay with staying home with you after you have your baby? I mean, you buried the Jonas Brothers, superstars who is going all over and having concert, and you need to show your face once in a while. Granted, maternity leave is necessary, okay? My husband, his job had maternity leave, and most places have maternity leaves, okay? But the superstar, they're their own bosses, they make their own schedule, right? And so another thing, Sophie, why didn't you choose a husband who would be more supportive of you and understanding of you, right? Many moms go through postpartum depression after having a baby. Right? This is why when I had little Michael, they asked, who's going to be home with you? I didn't tell the whole truth and said my mom. But, you know, I have an American mom and I have a Jamaican mom. Okay? So I said my mom, which meant my American mom. And then my sisters would come over and visit. I told them that. But me, I don't like people at my house, okay? Even they did come over and visit, but they don't need to stay with me, okay? Because I really wanted to enjoy my baby. But that's because I wasn't having postpartum depression. But they just assume a lot of women go through this. They call, hello, Mrs. Thompson. It's so-and-so from the hospital, social worker just calling to check on you. How are you feeling? So on and so forth. Do we need to come and visit? How are you feeling? So on and so forth. My husband was here supporting me and stuff like that. So ladies, when we choose husbands, these are the things we think about. We want to choose a man who is supportive of us and who can take some time off and be home with us. You marry a superstar who needs to go tour to make some money, and he wants you to travel with you. And of course, he's not being understanding and supportive that you have postpartum depression and you just need to be home. You don't want to go out and you don't want to be photographed. These are all things you think about and talk about before you get married. Nevertheless, she attended several events with Joe, but at one specific event, several people who were there said Sophie made it clear she was uncomfortable and didn't want to be there. Of course not. She just had a whole human. She just created a miracle. She wanted to be home with her baby. Sources added that Jonas complained that Turner needed to get out more. You should have chosen a wife who wanted to get out more. Okay? You see where I'm going? Meanwhile, people will say the reason the kids have been staying with Jonas is because there is more support available to them while he tours with family than they would have in the UK, where Turner was shooting her latest project she has been shooting, which is why the kids have been with Joe. Great! The source said it's just been easy because she's been working for the kids to be with him because there's more support at home and on the road with his family is something they both agreed was best. Okay? Y'all agreed it was best for him to stay with the kids. So how did abduction and return the kids? I'm just saying, I'm not seeing it. I'm not seeing abducted. The same day, the Daily Mail reports that Turner downed cocktails and shots on Saturday, September 2nd, at the wrap party for her latest project. They attributed this summary of events to bartender who doesn't celebrate. I'm not going to read all of this, y'all. Who doesn't celebrate after you've completed something? Lexi just got started a new day program. We had a whole party. We got cake and cupcakes and stuff, and we celebrated. So who doesn't celebrate when you end? I don't understand. Okay, she was drinking cocktails, and would it be okay if she was drinking cocktails with him versus celebrating having cocktails at the end of them recording a show? I don't understand. This story surfaced days after a source leaked that Turner liked to party while Jonas preferred to stay home with the kids. The narrative, of course, is a thinly veiled attempt to smear Turner as a bad mother. The bartender said he was shocked to find out about her divorce a few days after the party because of how happy and relaxed she was. Oh, wow. But it also made sense because it was obvious when I was with Sophie that she wanted to return to her days of partying. Stephenson tells the Mail, I sensed that she was missing those times. Of course she's missing those times. She's 24. 24-year-olds, men and women, 25-year-olds, should not be married in 2023 and having children. Why? You need to enjoy the fun life. I'm not saying sleeping around. Y'all know how we are over here. We're church girls. We're Bible girls over here. But hanging out with your friends, traveling, partying, you know what I mean with partying for church girls, whatever that means. So yeah, she wants to return to having a good time because that's what she should be doing at 24 and 25. But unfortunately, ma'am, that's not what you chose. You chose to get married and have innocent children. And can we talk about how many couples are going through divorces after COVID? Because y'all locked up in the house. Because one of the things she said, COVID was prison for him, but heaven for her. I think I'm the only one who was glad to be home with my husband. And my husband was too, because he was tired. My husband was traveling a lot. And little Michael was growing older, so he was very happy to be home to the point that my husband made the decision during COVID that he needed to be home more often because little Michael's getting older. And during COVID, my husband switched positions, switched jobs so that he could be home more. Because little Michael was doing virtual school, Lexi was doing virtual school. I took a leave from work, and my husband was like, I need to be home more. So my husband loved being home for COVID. He was home for 3 years. My husband just started going back to the office 2-3 days a week. Just like maybe 2 months ago. He goes into the office 2-3 days a week because COVID has really changed a lot of things for marketers. But he realized he needed to be home more. So he changed positions. So I need to be home with my family. Okay. September 8th. Citizens speak out about the Daily Mail characters of his story in a video published on TikTok. Everything's been spun. So he's saying they took his words. You can read the rest of that. Okay. Okay, let's get back to September 9th. Joe Jonas making his first solo public statement to fans. And there's a video I don't want to play. During the Jonas Brothers concert at Dodger Stadium in LA, it's been a tough week. I just want to say, look, if you don't hear it from these lips, don't believe it, he told the crowd per fan recordings. Okay, thank you everyone for your love and support. Me and my family love you guys. After his speech, Jonas appeared to shed a tear as he performed Hesitate, according to one fan. I don't see no tears. Do y'all see tears? September 12th, Turner is spotted back at work filming the upcoming series Joan in Spain for the first. So she's in Spain. She's in Spain. Are we dragging the kids to Spain too? No, the kids need to be stable. Because when you have children, you need to provide stability. I'm not saying you don't travel, whatever. But you shouldn't be all over the place with the kids, this country, that kid. They need to be stable. So you're in Spain, but somehow he abducted the kids from the UK and he don't want to return the kids from the UK. So you're in Spain. So who's going to be watching the kids in the UK? I'm just saying, y'all. She spotted filming in Spain for the first time since the news dropped, and she was rocking a totally new look for the character. She wears a blonde bob and a massive back tattoo, both of which you can see here. Okay, I ain't gonna touch on that. September 18th, Turner and Jonas have lunch with their daughters in New York. September 20, Turner is spotted having dinner with Taylor Swift in New York City. Swift briefly dated Jonas in 2008 until he broke up with her over voicemail. So while you're hanging out with his ex-girlfriend that she had a whole heartbreak that dumped her over the phone, that she made a whole song. What was the song she made about him? I forgot. We was like, oh, Taylor done broke up with somebody again, child. She got dumped again. September 21, 2023. This is all in the last month, y'all. Turner sues Jonas for the wrongful retention of their 2 children in New York. According to Turner's petition obtained by Today, Jonas blocked the actor from returning the couple's daughters to their habitual residence in England. I thought y'all agreed that the kids was going to stay here. She alleges that they had jointly decided to make Turner's home country their permanent resident back in April and suggests that Jonas is currently withholding the girl's passport. I thought y'all decide they was going to stay in over here while he's on tour and you's working. I thought y'all made a joint statement that y'all are divorcing. Let me read that again. She alleges that they had jointly decided to make Turner's home country their permanent residence back in April. He could have changed his mind. Okay. However, the most shocking news to come out of the legal filing was Turner's claim that she had learned that Jonas was filing for divorce only through the media. In the petition, she says the couple had an argument on August 15 and discovered via the news on September 5th that he was moving forward with a divorce. Did they not release a joint statement that they're getting a divorce? Soon after Turner filed her petition, Jonas' representatives released a statement to people regarding both the child care conflict and Turner's accusation that she was blindsided by the divorce. Representative for Jonas called her petition misleading. Exactly. That's the word. It's misleading. Misleading. And hopefully a judge can see through the misleading. And insisted that the singer was okay with the kids being raised both in the United States and the UK. Additionally, his reps claim Jonas is unable to release his children to England with Turner because doing so would violate a previous court order issued in the state of Florida. The Florida court has already entered an order that restricts both parents from relocating the children. The statement reads, Sophie was served with this order on September 6, 2023, more than 2 weeks ago. So, I'm still trying to get abducted and returned. Let's read. Regarding Turner's allegation that Jonas sprung the divorce on her, the statement says that Turner was aware of the proceedings. After multiple conversations with Sophie, Joe initiated divorce proceedings in Florida, as Florida is the appropriate jurisdiction for the case. The statement says Sophie was aware that Joe was going to file for divorce. Okay, so they had a home in Florida. They lived in Florida. They sold the home after 1 year. After 1 year of buying the home, they sold the home because they agreed that to live in the UK. It sounds to me as he was appeasing her to live in the UK. This is why y'all marry people from, just marry somebody who's from the United States who live near where you live. It's hard to get people to move from down south to New York and New York to stuff. I already told my husband, don't you try to don't take no jobs nowhere that is hot, because I'm just letting you know I ain't coming. I will follow you anywhere else, but I'm not coming to anywhere that it gets hot. And for the first few years of our marriage, he's talking about this position in Florida that double his salary. And I'm like, I'm just letting you know, I'm not coming. I told you this before I got married. Something else came up in Georgia, double his salary. I said, I'm just letting you know, I'm not coming. I'll come visit you, but I'm not coming. So if you want to move down there, you're welcome to do so. But me and the children, we are staying in New Jersey. So don't take no jobs where it's hot, because I can't take the heat. And my husband says, well, DC. And he's like, yeah. And I'm like, yes, I love DC. I would love to move to Washington, DC. And he's like, no, I can't move my family to DC. It's, if anything happens, bam, DC. You know what I mean? Read between the lines. So she was aware he was going to file for divorce because they've having issues. During the Jonas Brothers show in Philadelphia, on September 21, Joe uses his time on stage to shout out parents before performing Little Bird, a song that each brother has dedicated to their children. This next one is all about being a parent. Joe says, per people. He's shading her. He adds a good luck to those who wish to become parents in the future. Meanwhile, in New York, Jonas steps out for dinner with Taylor Swift for the second time in a week. And I want to remind you, Taylor Swift is Joe's ex-girlfriend. September 22, 2023, Jessica Chastain enters the chat, showing support for Turner by quoting, quote, tweeting an X.com post by renowned author Roxane Gay, the way Joe Jonas miscalculated his popularity with his transparent attempt at PR manipulation, particularly when the North remembers, is fascinating. Gay wrote, and holding the children's passport to keep them from their mother. And so when the North remembers, that's from the gold throne of Games of Thrones. Okay, when the North remember, I think they're overplaying their hand. Those kids were born here, so I realized they were born here. These judges, we don't want to have one of them other child battle situations. Okay, September 25th, 2020, Turner and Jonas will temporarily keep their daughters in New York City, according to new court filing obtained by People per the interim consent order, which both parties have reportedly agreed upon. Both children are to remain in the southern and eastern district of New York, including New York City, Long Island, and Hudson Valley. September 27th, Turner's photograph leaving a Tribeca apartment that reportedly belongs to none other than Taylor Swift. Why are you hanging out with the ex-girlfriend of your husband? According to Page Six, sources claim the singer has loaned the Game of Thrones star her New York City investment property while Turner works through custodial arrangements with Jonas. October 4th, Turner and Jonas begin their 4-day mediation to resolve their custody issues and agree on a plan for how they will co-parent their 2 daughters, according to People. The hope is that the two will settle many of their most serious conflicts ahead of their January 2nd trial date. So, it says read more. So, more to come on this situation. So, we're all caught up. So, now I have to start including this into my reviews and my shorts and stuff like that. So all the women are team Sophie, and all the men, I didn't hear any men saying anything. I'm team children, whatever is best for the children. And of course, usually we say the kids is with the mother. In this case, it don't look like the best places for the mama. The best place is with the husband, the daddy, and the whole family shebang bang. I'm kind of surprised he didn't file in Texas, because them Texas judges, they don't play when it comes to these children leaving this great new United States land of the free and home of the brave. But anyways, these are all reasons you don't marry somebody from another country who might want to possibly go back, right? I'm from an island. I ain't going back to live. I'll go back to visit, but I'm not going back to live. But a lot of people from other nations, they want to go back to their country. I know many Caribbean people who, when they get older, they go back home. That's not going to be Janice, okay? Janice, love it here. I came here as a kid. This is my home, okay? I love it so much I can't live in the heat. Because when I came here, I came in a snowstorm. And I love snow. I love the cold. People like, you're from the Caribbean. How do you love the heat? I don't know. I don't like it. How do you not love the heat? I don't know. I hate Florida when I live. I hate it. And I will probably only go back to Florida. 1, because I have to take the kids to Little Michael to Disney World. 2, because my daddy lives in Funeral, and in Florida. If he transitioned, I have to go down and bury him. And 3, if my husband is traveling, and I just have to absolutely 100% go. But other than that, I stay in the cold. And of course, I go to Louisiana a lot because my godmother's down there, and I stay in the hotel a lot. I love you, my darlings. Let me know what you think. Come on right back for another Shirley Strawberry. The tape that was released last night, and I have Tamar to do, and I have the other couple that's doing a divorce, and I have Jeezy and Jeannie, my girl. It's just a lot, but come on back. But I want to know what y'all think about this. Help me figure out the abduction and the return to their home. As far as I'm concerned, this is the kid's home. Okay. Sure. Y'all agreed y'all going to be living over there. He can always change his mind. He might decide, oh, no, I don't want to go live over there. I want to live in the United States. But in this case, it sounds like it is best for the kids to stay in the United States and go visit the mama in the summer. I love you. Let me know what you think. Bye.